What's going on, guys? Welcome back to BlackTideTV. Brand new depot update for you today from Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered. Holy grail of updates happening today. We got a 3GB update to Infinite Warfare, a 6GB update to Modern Warfare Remastered. Just a ton of stuff going on. A whole new operation of supply drops here in Modern Warfare Remastered. 3 new DLC weapons. There's a new map. There's a whole special holiday event with St. Patrick's Day, this Shamrock and AWE operation. That's what we'll be explaining today. I will have full videos on the Infinite Warfare update. I'll do a supply drop opening here in Modern Warfare Remastered, and we'll see what's new on Infinite Warfare. If there's new supply drop items or whatever, I'll let you guys know, and we might do a supply drop opening over there as well. So for now, we're going to jump into this armory, where these collections, we're going to talk about this brand new operation, Shamrock and AWE and Lion Strike. So Lion Strike is the new Arctic Wolf. You can actually go back to Arctic Wolf and purchase Arctic Wolf supply drops if you want. The supply drops are exclusive to each operation. So if you want Arctic Wolf items, you must spend keys on Arctic Wolf supply drops. So if you ask me, the Arctic Wolf supply drops should be cheaper now. Like, the amount of depot credits you need to spend should be cheaper, but they're not. They're still the exact same price. Maybe in the future when they add more operations, which I'm sure they will do, they might drop the price on these supply drops as they are older items, but as of right now, you have to spend the full price on Operation Arctic Wolf or Operation Lion Strike, whatever one you want. Now, Operation Arctic Wolf has 64 collections in it. Operation Lion Strike has 44 as for now. I'm sure they're probably going to add more in as we go, and we'll probably have up to 64 with each operation as they add them in. But like I said, you do have to open up one operation or the other to get the items from that operation. And between you and me, I would highly suggest that you open the Operation Lion Strike supply drops. They are the things that are in this collection, that are in these collections, are absolutely astonishing. They look so good. Like, the kits are unreal. Like, you have no idea. We're gonna hop in here and we're gonna take a look at them in a minute, but first, the Shamrock and AWE operation is a holiday-themed operation. It ends in 18 days, as you can see there from today. So I think it's like the April 3rd is when it ends. So you have until April 3rd to unlock all of the Shamrock and AWE items, and then they're gone forever. So you have to get on here and you have to spend your CoD points or your depot credits or whatever. You have to be grinding to get your depot credits so you can buy all of these items before it goes away. There's some special items that you can actually purchase. Captain Graves, or whatever his name is, the guy that you're seeing on screen right now, you can actually have that guy in game and play as him if you unlock all of the Shamrock and AWE items before the event expires. So you really need to get on here. You really need to get grinding or start spending CoD points, I guess. I do not condone CoD points, but if that's your prerogative. You can buy CoD points if you want to try and get all these Shamrock and AWE items. The exclusive event supply drop that you're seeing here is a very special thing. Every week when you sign in, you get a free exclusive event supply drop. Pretty crappy compared to the Infinite Warfare daily sign-in bonus, but with Modern Warfare Remastered, every week you sign in from now until April 1st, I believe, you get a free supply drop, and it will guarantee you 2 Lion Strike items and 1 Shamrock and AWE item. It also guarantees you 1 rare item or better, increased chance of legendary and epic items, includes bonus parts. It's the exact same as a rare supply drop, except it's going to guarantee you a Shamrock and AWE item. I believe that these rare supply drops will also give you Shamrock and AWE items. I think the Shamrock and AWE will be layered in with the Operation Lion Strike, the Operation Arctic Wolf. I do think that's how it's going to work, but as of right here, this is the only spot, like the exclusive event supply drop is the only spot where it actually says that it does include a Shamrock and AWE item. So hopefully they're included in these in the regular rare supply drops as well. I can't be sure though. There are quite a bit of items in the Shamrock and AWE selection, so it's not going to happen. Like, sitting around waiting each and every week trying to get these Shamrock and AWE items isn't going to work out. You will have to find them somewhere else, or you will have to purchase them with your salvage. You can purchase these items with your salvage the same as anything else, but let's actually head in here and take a look at these collections. By the way, if you haven't already noticed, this is a live commentary. That's why you've heard more little screw-ups in my voice, and you might have heard some audio errors and stuff. I can't control that when I'm doing a live commentary. This is the quickest way that I can get this information out to you guys, so that's why I'm doing a live commentary today. So we're going to take a look at Shamrock and AWE right off the bat. This is that special event that's only running until April 3rd. Now, here's the very first thing that you need to look at is these three selections down here, or collections I should call them. First off, you got the calling card collection, which is the one that everybody is going to get because those are going to be the easiest things to unlock through these special weekly supply drops. Then you've got the luck, which is a new character. He's got like a green bandana on. He's kind of like, looks like an Irish guy. But what's interesting about here, this is the only thing that I want out of the Shamrock and Awe, is the Shamrock blade. It looks really cool. It's nice. It's kind of like a little skull-shaped knuckle, what's it called? A brass knuckle with a knife coming out of it. Looks really nice. I'm really excited to get this. Very expensive. 7,200 salvage or parts. That's a lot of parts. That's more than any other item that I think I've ever seen in this game. So very, very expensive to get the Shamrock blade. Hopefully we can get it out of a supply drop at some point. There's a new camo, good luck camo, a bunch of other garbage things that you don't really want. Then we've got the LEPRECHAUN, which is another new melee weapon. This is a bounty melee weapon, meaning that you have to unlock all 6 items in this collection to get it. And this one is kind of like a, I can't remember what it's called in Scottish or Irish lore or whatever, but it's basically just a beater. It's a mallet. You just smack people with it. Pretty cool looking. I like this kit. It's kind of interesting. It's only for your assault rifles, of course, but I like how it's got the shiny green at the front, the green and orange at the back. Again, that's very, very expensive. 4,300 for a kit, even an epic kit. That is probably the most expensive epic kit that we've seen in game so far. So yeah, if you really want to get these things, like, they're expensive. You're gonna have to grind your ass off to get salvage, or you're gonna have to purchase COD points or something and start opening up supply drops to try and find these things. But a bunch of other kind of crappy things in here that you don't really want. The only things that are really worth pointing out are the Irish weapon kit, and of course the bounty weapon, and then there's the Shamrock blade. The good luck camo isn't even really that nice. So that's all that there really is worth pointing out here. The operation bounty, however, if you collect every other item, if you collect all 3 of these collections, all 7 of those calling cards, all 6 of those items, all 6 of those items, you complete all those collections, you will have the Shamrock and Awe character unlocked. Now, this is actually Captain Graves. This is the same guy that you see on this screen here. Same guy, just with a little bit of makeup on, and he's got a nice green hat. You notice how he has an Irish accent or a Scottish accent or whatever it is. Yeah, you get to play as him. I mean, it's okay. He's kind of neat, but I don't really care for this. I like my character. I've had the same character since my very first supply drop opening in Operation Arctic Wolf. Good old Nails, my favorite character in the game, so I'm definitely not going for that. I'm not super excited to get that, but you guys might be, so there's that. Next up, we're going to get into the Operation Lion Strike. So this is the next 44, or 41, I'm sorry. Yeah, it was 41 from here and 3 from here, right? So next 41 supply drop collections. Now, first off, we're going to go through some of these because these are absolutely phenomenal looking things. Like, a lot of this stuff is kind of meh, it's okay, it's whatever, but a lot of these bounty rewards are phenomenal. Like, the kits are unreal. They change up the weapons so much, and they just look fucking beautiful. I'm sorry for cursing, but it's the only way I can put it. I hate being like this. I hate saying I don't like buying supply drops. I hate being that person that's like, I don't really want to spend money. And I haven't never spent money. I never will. But I kind of want to spend money just to unlock supply drops from this operation right now. These kits are disgusting. They are so nice. So first off, I actually haven't looked at this one yet. Amoeba camo for your submachine guns. It looks okay. It kind of looks like cells, like body cells or something like that. Cells in the body. I think that's what this whole thing is. Yeah, it's all like cells and stuff. So Amoeba is, it's okay. It's nothing special, nothing to write home to your mother about. Just a little sneak peek for what's coming up. The Mach 11 submachine gun. We're going to get into that. Angle, that's just a reticle. So we're going to skip over the reticles. Avalanche is essentially the whiteout SMG kit for the pistols. So it's the exact same as the whiteout kit, but for the pistols, which looks badass. I hope they keep doing that. I hope they keep introducing other modes or other versions of these kits for other different weapon types. It would be really cool to have like a whiteout kit on your sniper rifles or on your assault rifles, something like that. It looks really good on the pistols, but I don't think people really care too much about pistol kits. We've got the Torrent Epic Combat Uniform and the Frosty character, which you can't really see right now because I've got an SMG kit on. 1 second. I'm going to go back and I'm going to switch to an assault rifle. I think that's the easiest one for you to be able to see people's faces. Or is it? It might be LMGs. So I'm going to go to LMGs. We're going to head into the depot again, and I'm going to show you this collection because you can't really see the characters if you have a certain body on. So there's Frosty. He's got I guess his paint job on his face. I don't really care for the characters too much. I don't really care for unlocking those. I think they all kind of look silly. So here's where we get into the good stuff. So the boss weapon kit for pistols looks really cool. It's like Day of the Dead style, with like golden inlay. Really, really nice on the, oh my god, the M1911 looks absolutely awesome. Thug melee weapon. So this, I don't even know what that is. It kind of looks like a multi-tool or something, like a wrench. Like those are obviously wrench sizes in the middle, and this is kind of like a hammer. It's sort of like a multi-tool. It's kind of ugly if you ask me. But like I said, look at how much salvage this costs, or how many parts. 3,600 for this. For that other one in the Shamrock and all, for this freaking Shamrock blade, 7,200. That's twice as much for the Shamrock blade. But it's so nice, I really want it. So we're heading through here. We are on Thug. So we're moving on. I'm going to look at the Queen. I'm just going to show you guys all of the things that are legendary, epic, and bounty rewards. I don't think you guys really need to see the rares and commons too badly. That'll take way too much time. But Queen actually looks pretty cool. I might be out for this one because I kind of like the female characters, and the black lipstick really gets me. I like the tattoos on the face. She actually looks pretty nice. Next up, we've got Chalk. This is one of the less exciting ones. Weapon kit for your sniper rifles. It's like a light baby blue. Really isn't too special if you ask me. There's some way better ones that we're going to be getting into. Black Top is a calling card. Epic calling card, really not that worth it. Tally for your sniper rifles again. Another little sneak peek for what we have in the future in this operation, in this depot update. So it's okay. It kind of reminds me of Victor Zsasz from Batman comics, where he kind of like he cuts tallies into his skin to show you how many people he's killed. This is where we get into the good shit, okay? This is this is my favorite kit in the game now. I might go out of my way to buy out everything in this fucking selection because this kit is disgusting. So you have the M4 carbine with a Challenger kit on. It looks absolutely ridiculous. The AK. The AK-47, it's so nice. It looks just like the competition kit for the shotguns, but it's challenge. Oh god. Wait, this was the M16. This is the M16. I apologize. This is the M4. Looks even better. I think the M4 looks absolutely dope. Like, I don't use the word dope lightly. That looks fucking amazing. We've got the G3 with its nice blue camo. This one, G36, with its like split in the middle of that bar, looks super cool. The M14 is meh. It's okay. I like the gold coloring. The MP44, futuristic MP44, looks really nice. And then, of course, the XMLAR with its bright orange looks really nice as well. This is an absolutely phenomenal weapon kit. I'm so excited to get this one. Like, you have no idea. This is just the first of many of really cool weapon kits. I love what they're doing with weapon kits and camos in this game. Absolutely phenomenal work. If only they weren't locked so tightly behind supply drops. If maybe they were a little bit more lenient with how you could get them, I would be so much more excited. Pigeon, not really a big fan of this one. It's just like, she just has like the football thing where you rub the grease paint under your eyes. Really nothing too special. And then we've got the glitter camo for assault rifles, which is pretty nice. It's kind of low light, but when you're in the right in the sunlight, it might shine off and look really nice. Next up, we're on to emblems, so we don't really care about that. The first weapon in this bounty is the D25S, which is a semi-automatic sniper rifle, so it's more like a marksman rifle. It's effective at long range, I suppose so. It likely won't be a one-shot kill. It might be a one-shot headshot, but apart from that, I think it's going to be a two-shot kill to every other part of the body, which is okay. It kind of seems like it's going to be like an EBR type of weapon where you can kind of spam it off and really hit your shots on really quickly with the sniper rifle. It's not going to be a quick scoping sniper rifle if you ask me, but I haven't seen it in game yet. It might be amazing. I don't really know. Let me know if you've seen this in the game, if you have it yourself, and if it's good or not. Next up, we have the Furrow character, which is like super underwhelming. I don't know why he's epic. He's kind of an ugly ass fucking guy, but that's just me. He's just kind of ugly. He's rocking the goatee. I can dig it, but I don't think he's deserving of an epic title. With all those other characters that we've seen so far that are only legendary, that have tattoos and face paint and stuff, this guy definitely doesn't seem to be an epic of any kind. Next up, the Loyalty calling card, which is just a D25 calling card. So you need to get 6 items to unlock the D25S sniper rifle. I apologize if you can hear the little clicks of my controller as I'm going through this, as this is a live commentary. Next up, we've got a pretty underwhelming shotgun camouflage. Decay is, honestly, if you ask me, it's really not that nice. It kind of looks like Bile or something like that. Spoil is the same. It's not really too nice. It's kind of like Swindler from Black Ops 3, if you haven't seen that camo, it looks very similar to that. And then we've got Putrid. This is kind of like a gross kind of camo selection here. We've got Rot, Crumble, Erode, Ruin. I'm not too excited about this shotgun kit, or these shotgun camos. The emoji emblems, like, for fuck's sakes, guys, really, they're just getting sillier and sillier with these updates. Like, some of these weapons and some of these kits and whatever look amazing, and then other ones, they just bring back the feeling of this is like Advanced Warfare 2.0 with all the goofy ass shit. Just wait till we get down here. You're going to see some really nonsensical stuff as well as the really cool stuff. So next up, we're on the etch camo for pistols, which is okay. It's kind of hard to see. It's like little skulls. Very, very hard to see. It's very low light. Fancy Pants is... it doesn't really even do anything. It kind of just makes your weapons gray. I don't see why that's epic. It's kind of ugly if you ask me. And Scoreboard, again with the little tallies, it's just like the one for the sniper rifles that we looked at a little while ago, with little etch marks in there telling you like how many kills you got or whatever. I don't know why they're etching into their weapons, making their weapons not beautiful and pristine, but that's their prerogative again. We've got more calling cards here, which I don't think anybody really cares about. Like, let me know in the comment section down below right now. Head down to the comments and say if you actually enjoy getting calling cards or emblems out of supply drops. Do you specifically open up supply drops to try and find calling cards or emblems? I know I certainly don't. Next up, we've got the Ex Libris camo for light machine guns. This one's pretty cool. It's just a camo, it's not a kit, so you can't really expect much. I don't really know what it's saying, like what the words are on there, but it kind of looks like cracked earth or something, like in the desert maybe. And then we've got Laurels, which would go amazing with the SAR weapon kit from the Arctic Wolf collection with the black and the gold. It's pretty nice. And Capillary, which honestly doesn't really grind my, or doesn't really turn the crank for me. It's not that nice. I mean, I like the blue. I'm a sucker for blue camos, but the gold really offsets it, and it looks kind of silly. Something that I should point out about this new operation of weapon kits and whatever is whenever there's a light machine gun in the head of a bounty, it seems like that is the way that they're going with all of the other camos and kits and items in that bounty. So with the Arctic Wolf selection, you might have a light machine gun camo for your first item for your bounty reward, and then every other item is from a different weapon. So you have a pistol and an SMG and an AK, or like an assault rifle. It's not all LMGs, but here you've got an LMG up top and an LMG every other slot as well. So it's kind of neat how you have that full selection of weapons. Next up, we're on to Frag, which is a weapon kit for the shotguns. Really not a big fan of this one. It's just kind of like blood splatter on silver. It's nothing to get too excited about. The Cutthroat character, this is more of an epic character, a character to get excited about with the blood splatter on his face. I can understand why this is an epic character, whereas that last epic guy, I can't understand that because he was just a regular guy. This guy at least has something going on with his face. There's blood all over it. I apologize for this bang. That's the bang. If you heard it, I'm so sorry about that. My cat literally just opened up my door by itself and slammed the door against the wall. But we've got Remnant, which is a combat uniform, another combat uniform spattered with blood. This is probably the coolest combat uniform that we've seen in the game so far. Every other combat uniform is just a different pattern on the shirt. This one actually has something going on with the blood splatter on the shirt. Everything in this selection is kind of like blood splattered. We've got, except for Smudge, of course, but this is like a blood splatter crime scene, blood splatter technician. That's actually a pretty cool calling card. Like a blood splatter with the reflex sight or the reticle, and then we've got blood splatter everything else, which is kind of neat how they all fit into one category. A gung-ho emblem, a reticle for the shotguns, reticles for shotguns. Who actually aims down sights with shotguns in this game? Anyways, KILLSHOT weapon kit for sniper rifles. I think this is another one of the cool ones. This is the exact same as the assassin kit. As far as I can tell, it looks the exact same as the assassin kit from the Arctic Wolf bounties, except there's one major difference. This isn't white, this is red and gold. It's kind of cool. I'm not a big fan of this one. I like the assassin kit a lot more, but you guys might really enjoy this kit. It looks pretty cool, and it definitely seems like something you'd see on a sniper rifle. Killer is another character. He's got an eye patch. This is another character that I can actually get behind him being an epic character. He's got the face paint, he's got the eye patch. He's okay. Again, I like my original character. This is a legendary reticle for some reason. I don't really understand why. I don't know why reticles even deserve the right to be called legendary or epic, as nobody really cares about them. KINGPIN weapon kit for submachine guns. This is where we get into some really cool stuff again. The KINGPIN submachine gun kit will take off the stock of all of your submachine guns, and it will give them a sweet gold and black kind of paint job. Really neat. I don't like how they include that little bit of brown still. Like even on this one, they've got the brown on the handhold, the brown. I don't like how they include that brown. I think it offsets the gold, but the weapons themselves look really cool. I love the look of the Scorpion with the extended barrel. The MP5 without a stock looks really neat, something that you wouldn't really expect to see. They're all pretty nice. I'd like to see what these look like in game, as there is no stock, if you might hold them differently or whatever. And next up, we're onto the Brain Pan camo for submachine guns, which is okay. It's definitely nothing to write home to your mother about, but it's kind of neat how you can kind of see these little skull and crossbones in the right light. It's not that special, but it is pretty damn cool. Resilient is another combat uniform. This one is just back to the standard, regular, different shades of combat uniforms. It almost looks like PVC, like it looks really shiny. Might actually make you a little bit easier to be seen across the map. Next up, we're on to our second weapon here in this more recent Operation Line Strike Bounty, the MAC-10 submachine gun, which is a fully automatic, high rate of fire submachine gun. This is going to be that spray and pray submachine gun that just hoses out bullets. It's going to be similar to the, what's it called in this game, the Mini Uzi. It's going to be very similar to Mini Uzi, although I think this one might be a little bit more accurate, a little bit more easier to use. The MAC-10 has been featured in other Call of Duty games. Very, very similar weapons to this have been featured in other Call of Duty games as well, like the MP7, the MP11. There's been a lot of MAC-10-esque weapons in Call of Duty games, and you can probably get a feel for what this weapon is going to be like just by taking a look at it. Next up, Gold Circuit for our submachine guns. Really nothing too special there. Banknote. That's kind of ridiculous if you ask me. All of the reticles are where we really get into the really ridiculous looking stuff, so that's why I'm not super excited about getting the reticles. Next up, we're on to another weapon kit for assault rifles, MASTERCRAFT, which keeps the assault rifles the same way as they usually are. It doesn't actually change the physiology of the assault rifles, but it does add in a pretty neat little stock and camo kind of combination. I don't know how this will go with most of the camouflages in this game. Next up, Chunks is another combat uniform, just another changed up, like what the pattern actually looks like. Spur Wheel, again, with the legendary reticles, nothing too special. Mechanic is another multi-tool kind of weapon. It seems like they're really getting into the multi-tools with their melee weapons now, which is kind of strange if you ask me. I think there's better items to make into melee weapons, but this is just another multi-tool. And we've got the Maintenance, which is an epic calling card, and Ratchet combat uniform. That combat uniform is actually pretty cool, if I do say so myself, with the gears and whatever. It looks pretty neat. MINERVA is an assault rifle camouflage, which really doesn't grind my gears. I keep trying to say that. Really doesn't turn my crank. The gold is just offset by this light blue, light gray. It just doesn't seem to go together for me. Gold Road, on the other hand, is definitely an epic-worthy camouflage. Really, really neat looking. It kind of reminds me of the brick road, the golden brick road from Wizard of Oz, sort of, with like the little checkers, but it's really nice. And we've got the Penta for the assault rifles, which looks pretty sweet as well. It looks like a marble, almost looks like a countertop or like a splashback that you'd see in a bathroom, but it looks pretty nice on these assault rifles. NOOBTUBER, this is where we get into the really stupid stuff. This is the number one thing that really pissed me off about this Operation Line Strike and all of the items in it. First off, we've got the NOOBTUBER camouflage, or weapon kit actually, which isn't too bad. I kind of like the little accent of bright blue. Doesn't really change up the physiology of the weapons too much. What I really don't like about this whole selection is the legendary noob character. This is what really brings you back to like, oh yeah, this is definitely Advanced Warfare 2.0 with the goofy ass looking characters, like with the drawn on shit all over his face. You can't really see well because he's wearing a hat, but he's got a big noob written on his forehead, and it just looks stupid. It doesn't belong in Call of Duty, especially Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. This was a classic, more or less realistic kind of Call of Duty. This was before we got into the futuristic, really wacky, out there, crazy shit. This was more or less supposed to be a military shooter, and this doesn't belong in here. I don't like this at all. I know a lot of people think this is really funny and they want it in the game, but if you ask me, it doesn't belong here. It's just really, really stupid. It brings back the thoughts of like the gingerbread man and all those other things that you could get, the clown outfit in Advanced Warfare. That's what I think of when I see this, and it just ruins my experience. But the launcher calling card, again, is pretty ridiculous. I think the whole NOOBTUBER thing as a whole is just like it's just like a big screw you, more or less, to the fans that actually use the NOOBTUBER. But moving on, the third and final weapon that we got added in the Operation Lion Strike so far is the PKM light machine gun, which looks pretty damn cool. I think we've had a PKM in the past. I think it was like the PKP Pechneg in Modern Warfare 3. I'm pretty excited to get this LMG. It might be really, really cool. Fully automatic with high power, effective at medium to long range. So I feel like this is going to be the accuracy LMG of the game. It's going to be more accurate. It's going to have a slower fire rate, but it's going to pack a punch. That's what I'm getting from just the look of the weapon, from how it's designed, and from previous experiences with other weapons like it. Castings is a pretty cool kit. It's really hard to see because it's so blown up, but it's like little bullets, like it's like a layered bullet on your weapon. It's okay, it's nothing special. It's just so blown up and so out of focus on the weapons that it's very hard to see. Indefinite is another combat uniform, which is just kind of meh. We're almost at the end. I'm going to start moving a little bit faster because this is taking quite a bit of time, and we're only about halfway through. There's just so much to look at. PIGPEN is a weapon kit for your shotguns. Your shotguns are covered in mud. It's really nothing too special. Tarnish, again, your weapons are kind of like rusty, and Sludge is a new character. Guy that, he's shit-faced, apparently. So, take from that what you will. Emblems, submachine gun kits, reactive. This is the cool one for the submachine guns. This one's amazing. This is like the competition or whatever that one was called for the assault rifles. I really want this kit. So reactive, there you have the MP11, the new weapon. But here's where we get into the really crazy shit. The MP5 with its, this is very, very futuristic. The whole idea of this weapon kit, very futuristic, very cool. The Scorpion isn't too much, there isn't too much going on with the Scorpion, but the mini Uzi, oh god, yes, with the folded in stock and everything, looks really cool. The AK-74U looks awesome with the golden camo, kind of. And then we've got the P90, of course, which is just like super futuristic. Really, really neat looking kits, if you ask me. Backlash is another character, like a redhead chick. Not really too epic, if you ask me. We've got Network, which is another combat uniform. Reptile camo for the sniper rifles is okay. It's nothing to write home to your mother about. I like the scales on it, like the little element of adding in the scales. It's pretty neat. Gila is kind of the exact same thing, except it's orange and black instead of yellow and black. Plated, again, is another camo for your sniper rifles. It just looks like it's bright pink or something. So nothing too crazy here with the reptile bounty reward. These are all reptile-focused camouflages and stuff for your sniper rifles. Revolution calling card. Samurai, this is another melee weapon that we've got. Of course, they added in a samurai sword. We've got the fossil combat uniform. Ancient camo for your assault rifles, which is kind of neat if you ask me. It's okay. I don't really get the whole Diablo kind of image thing there. They have that golden face, that image on a lot of different items in this game, and it's not really too exciting to me. It's kind of looks like that, sort of like a samurai face or something. It's nothing too amazing if you ask me, but it's on a lot of things in this game and you might enjoy that. Titanium weapon kit for your light machine guns. This won't change the physiology of your light machine guns. It almost just looks like the, what's that camouflage called? Nickel plated. It almost just looks like nickel plated on your LMGs. Although it does change that little wooden bit on the RPD that is barely ever changed with weapon kits, and I kind of like that. So this could be a really cool kit to stack with your nickel plated camouflage. Cubed, again, is pretty neat as well. I don't like how it kind of covers the RPD in the PKM, where it goes over the wood. It's kind of ridiculous looking. It's not the best camouflage in the world, and we've got the K9 calling card. More calling cards. Ultraviolet light machine gun kit is pretty neat. It's like a bright purple, and it kind of blends in with the light. Like when you walk into the sunlight, it will really shine. It will be very sheer. Really, really neat looking, and again, it covers up the black part on the wooden part on the RPD with black. I like the mixture of black and purple. Pretty nice. I was trying to say neat and nice at the same time. It's pretty nice. Incandescent, again, just another combat uniform. Shimmer, which is meh. Venom for the submachine guns is okay. It's kind of nice. I guess I almost said it again. Nice. It's kind of nice how it's bright green when it's in the sunlight, but when you look at it straight on, it's kind of like a pale green with these snakes on it. Really interesting looking camouflage. Spray is kind of useless. Rattle is, well, it's a rattlesnake camouflage. What do you expect? Vortex is more reticles, Warface more emblems, Wartorns, where we finally have a kit for the light machine guns that's similar to the assault rifle and the SMG kits, where the weapons are all beat up and they look like they've been through a battle. Now we have that kit for the light machine guns. They're probably going to add that kit in for everything in the game. I'm very excited to see what the kit looks like for the sniper rifles. That's war-torn, but here you have it with all the tape, the duct tape, and the springs and the strings holding the weapons together. We've seen this with battle scarred for the SMGs and I think, what's the other one called for the assault rifles? I can't remember what the other one's called for assault rifles, but they are pretty cool looking camouflages. It's not too special on the LMGs, but I'm excited to see what it looks like on sniper rifles and stuff when they do add that camo in the future. Gash looks like, I don't know, like a desert floor again, just with like the cracks and crumbles on the brown backdrop. Crosshairs is another calling card, and the last one is Wicked, which is calling cards. So there's all of your Operation Lion Strike collections. Ton of really, really cool stuff in here. I'll quickly go through and I'll show you like my top five. Top five have definitely got to be Challenger. Challenger is just, god damn, it's disgusting. It's so nice. Like the M4 alone, I would never use another weapon again. The lime green with the whole like futuristic design is disgustingly, it's so good. It's so nice. They really did a good job with their kits in this selection. Of course, all of the weapons can be included in my top five as well, but the three weapons, probably the Challenger kit for your assault rifles and the other one for your SMGs, which was way, way, way down here. Reactive for the SMGs are my top five. So Reactive, Challenger, and all three weapons, I would go for those first. Remember that you can actually unlock supply drops in the Operation Lion Strike and then use your remaining salvage to go back to Operation Arctic Wolf and purchase whatever weapons you didn't have already. I think that's what I'm going to be doing. Battle Worn, that's the kit for the assault rifles that I was trying to talk about, where like the assault rifles are kind of all beat up and stuff. Same deal with this new war-torn camouflage for the LMGs. But there's all of your Operation Lion Strike collections. Clearly, I need to end this video. I've been talking for way too long, and my mouth is getting sore. But crazy. They added in so much content today. It's kind of reminiscent of the drop in Infinite Warfare that we got a while back, where they added in like 600 customization items, except these items are actually worth going for. A lot of these things are really cool looking. There's a lot of really stupid ass shit in there, but there's some really badass weapon camos and kits and new weapons to go for. So get on to Modern Warfare Remastered, get grinding, and remember, you do get a free exclusive event supply drop every week that you sign in from now until April 1st or April 3rd or something like that. The Shamrock and Awe live event is only until April 3rd, so you only have a limited time to unlock whatever you have to unlock from there, like the Shamrock Blade, wink wink, nudge nudge. That's what I really, really want. Raven Software, Activision, don't fail me. When I open up my supply drops, give me the Shamrock Blade, please. It's all I've ever wanted. But that's going to wrap up this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I will be doing a supply drop opening video maybe tomorrow, maybe later today. I've got so much to cover. We've got Infinite Warfare update to cover as well, and just I still have to cover stuff on this game as well, because there's actually a bunch of extra stuff that was added in with Shamrock and Awe. There was a new map that was added in. If you actually, I'll just take you there right now. When you go to set up a game, there's actually a brand new Daybreak map, which is a limited time map that's only available during the Shamrock and Awe thing. Again, it's all this St. Patrick's Day event that's running until April 3rd. Apparently, there's supposed to be challenges on this map that you can do to unlock certain items. Maybe we'll have other camouflages and stuff, but I'll cover that in another video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what your favorite items from this video were in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think of any of the weapons, if you have any of the weapons so far, or whatever, what have you. Let me know in the comment section down below. Slap that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Brand new supply drop opening coming out maybe later today, maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. I might have to delay the Epic Variant review of this week just to cover out all of these updates, because we didn't even have time to breathe with these updates. It just kind of, they slammed us. I knew we were going to get an update for either Infinite Warfare or Modern Warfare Remastered this week, but I wasn't expecting a brand new drop for both games. So that's going to wrap up today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.